This is Anthony Richardson, and you're listening to RosterWatch.
This is AJ Brown, and you're listening to RosterWatch.
This is Josh Allen, and you're listening to RosterWatch.
Yes, RosterWatch Nation, welcome back to another RosterWatch Pick'em show brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Go to underdogfantasy.com today. Use the promo code ROSTER, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, for a deposit bonus up to 50%, a 50% deposit bonus up to $250. I appreciate y'all tuning in, tapping in. The QR code is right there. I'll pop it over on the right side of the screen so y'all can click that thing if you feel so inclined during the show. And we're going to get to the picks. Thursday night football, Rams and Vikings, a big one here as the Vikings are coming off of a tight loss against the Detroit Lions. Not a good follow-up trend there for teams that have followed up with the Detroit Lions. I could walk you through this, but to be honest with you, the inner Viking in me wants to throw up as I read through, again, how these teams have all reacted to playing the Vikings in the following week. The Rams in week 1 played the Detroit Lions. In week 2, they got beat 41-10 against the Arizona Cardinals. In week 2, Tampa Bay played Detroit. Tampa Bay the next week went home and lost by 20 to the Denver Broncos. In week 3, Arizona played Detroit. And in week 4, they went on to lose 42-14 against the Commanders. In week 4, Seattle played them. Seattle went on to lose 29-20 at home to the New York Giants. And then this last game that the Detroit Lions played against Dallas, is on a bye, and now they're going into the Niner game this week. But the Vikings, the next one now in line. So hopefully they don't get dusted by 20. Hopefully it's a good game. Nonetheless, it's an interesting streak there that has been ongoing. Let's jump into the picks here tonight. We're going to go ahead and have a show tomorrow for all the Sunday slate games. Alex, myself, and potentially Trashman will jump on for that one. Again, our picks so far in the season were 61-42. We're coming off of a mega week, some would say. I went 5-1 with all my picks. Will Riker, Johnny Munt, DeAndre Hopkins, Jerry Jeudy, Mark Andrews, you name it. They were hammers this past week. Now, the primetime games, and I forgot to say on the season, like I said, 61 and 42 were right there at the 59.5% clip. Personally, I'm at 68.5% on the year. Primetime's been a little bit different. Primetime's been a little bit tougher. We're just over 50%. We're at 53%. So if you're betting these on other markets, you're doing good. On Underdog, where we preferred to play, Underdog, we're 53%. So we got to mix and match. We got to get these things hammered in here. We got 4 picks tonight over on UnderdogFantasy.com. Use that promo code ROSTER, 50% deposit bonus up to $250 when you do tap in. Look at all the people in the chat today. We appreciate you guys jumping in here. Snowman, what's going on, brother? Dr. Smooth is in the house. What is going on, everybody? I see the big conversations circling around the Vikings in the chat tonight. We appreciate all of you guys. John in Cedar Park, shout out. OS, shout out. Jay Smells, shout out. Hope everybody's doing fantastic. If you want any fantasy analysis, make sure you go over to RosterWatch.com. You can become a pro or premium member. We do answer all the questions on the channel or on the website. If you just literally click on a column or an article, scroll to the bottom, you can drop a comment and one of us will come answer, whether it's Trashman, Byron, Alex, or myself. My NFL mock draft, 2025 NFL mock draft 2.0 will be up either this afternoon or tomorrow morning. So there's a lot of content going up right now, including the rankings for this week. Byron's trade targets just went up this week. Lots and lots and lots of content going up at RosterWatch.com. All right, enough talking. Let's get down to the nitty gritty, the picks. And they're going to stay tight tonight. Tonight, they're really tight. It's QB receiver for each team. Cooper Kupp's going to return in this game, and Cooper Kupp is obvious. I mean, we're having a Cooper Kupp. I don't really have to talk about this one. 10.5 targets, right? We saw this guy have 22 targets in a game already once this year. The game he got hurt in, he didn't hit this number, but he's coming back. We heard the trade rumors. He said, I'm playing where my feet are. My feet are where they are, and I'm here. I'm playing. What that tells me is that he knows that they're shopping him. He knows they're trying to get something out of him. And he's going to have I think he's going to have a hell of a game tonight. I think Stafford knows that. I think they're going to try and assist him in getting as much out of Cooper Kupp as they can before he departs. They're going to try and win this game. If they can win this game, it sets them in an interesting spot here in the NFC. They'll be at 3-5 and potentially in a spot to, I don't know what you want to say, 3-5, sorry, 3-4. It puts them in a weird spot. But if they lose this game, they're 2-5, and Kupp goes off for 20 targets and 14 receptions, 120 yards. His trade value bounces back to, he's not just an injured player. He's now healthy and still playing at the same level. So I think this game has a lot of hindrance on that. So I think the Cooper Kupp one is obvious, 10.5 target. You can shop around and find this number all the way down to 9.5. I think that is also a get. So we'll stay with the Ram side of things. Matthew Stafford's total pass attempts in this game, the number is at 34.5. 34.5 total pass attempts for Matthew Stafford. Again, he's getting back his A1 steak sauce, Cooper Kupp. Throughout the season this year, week 1 against Detroit, some of the better teams they've played against, actually the 2 best teams they've played against, Detroit and Green Bay. 49 pass attempts in a 26-20 overtime loss to the Detroit Lions. He had 49 pass attempts, 34 completions. And then Green Bay just 2 weeks ago, 45 pass attempts, 29 completions. All the bad teams they've played, Arizona, San Fran, Chicago, Las Vegas, 25, 27, 29, 23. I'm playing the good game narrative. I think that this is going to be a game where he gets cut back. And like I said, I think that Kupp number is going to go way north of 10.5 targets. Potential that Puka gets back. I think this game bounces into a passing. I went to one game. I don't know. This is a little off topic, but not really. I went to the last time the Vikings played in Los Angeles on Thursday Night Football. It was Goff against Cousins. And it was like a 36-32 finish. And these guys combined for 850 yards. They threw the ball a million times. One of the best games I've ever attended live and in person. I think Stafford goes north of 34 pass attempts. Mad Max in the chat, he says, could you answer my question? Shout out to the super chat from Mad Max. Appreciate you jumping in here. Generally, we don't answer questions on this show. Generally, the questions are answered on the Sunday show, the starter sit. But because you dropped a super chat, them's the rules. We'll answer the question. So Mad Max says, could you answer the question? BTJ, Waddle, Lamar, and Chase Brown for Hurts. Where are we at? Hurts, Tyreek, and Kupp. My wide receivers are BTJ, Higgins, Waddle, Downs, Palmer. I got to get a pen here. I don't have a pen. No pen. Where'd all my pens go? Somebody took my pens. I'm going to get a pen. All right, we're back. All right, so your trade is BTJ on one side, Waddle, Lamar, Brown for Hurts, Tyreek, Kupp. Wide receivers are BTJ, Higgins, Waddle, Downs, Palmer. Running backs are Kyron, Corum, Mason. Gosh, so you're getting Kupp, so that means you're getting way in on the Rams offense. Unless they trade Kupp, of course. CMC, Chubb, Chase Brown. So you're getting rid of Brown, which I agree with, because you have plenty of running backs. You can get rid of that depth. You're trading Waddle up for Tyreek, which I think is a smart move. You're going Hurts. You're going from Lamar down to Hurts, which I don't love. And then you're going BTJ to Kupp. It's a keeper league. I don't love this. I think I stay with where you're at. If you could somehow do a Waddle and Chase Brown for Kupp or Waddle and Chase Brown for Tyreek, I'd potentially do that. That's probably what's going to be in is Waddle and Chase Brown for Kupp. You're probably not going to be able to pull that off for Tyreek, but Waddle and Chase Brown for Kupp, I think, is something that could behoove you here. Though, like I said, it puts you in a spot where you have a lot of Rams. I think if I made that move, I'd be betting on Kupp having a great week this week when you need him, and then also going forward if he gets moved. All right, I got to finish up here. I got to get out of here. So I got to do these last 2 picks. I got to jump into a press conference here. Sam Darnold, 21 pass completions. Sam Darnold, 21 pass completions for the Minnesota Vikings in this one. Again, the last few games, 22 against Detroit, 20 against Green Bay. Those are the 2 games he's been close. He hasn't won over it a ton, but I do believe they bounce back into the passing category in this one. And then couple that with Justin Jefferson's 85.5 receiving yards. Again, go over to UnderdogFantasy.com today. Use that promo code ROSTER. We appreciate you. We love you. And I'll see you tomorrow when Alex joins me for the full weekend slate of Underdog picks. See ya.